Hi guys, it's Ricky and this is Ricky Reveals. So I don't know, totally heavy energy today, guys. Um it's a Sagittarius, it's undercover gay. Um I just feel like we're in Scorpio season and I feel like there's a lot of transformations that are having to be forced by God and the universe because people are refusing to do it themselves. And I'm not even gonna be a hypocrite. Like I feel like I'm kind of in that bunch too. But but I can honestly say for myself, I am a little confused. Like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to like go to the next level, but I guess I'm just like really like honestly, not to sound ignorant, but like don't know what to do. I have loved you for 1,000 lifetimes. God is proud of you. Hey, thank you, Holy Spirit, thank you, Yeshua, and thank you, Holy Father. Fake profiles on Facebook is how they track you. Egypt. So talk about instant confirmation. That's awesome. So some of you might be feeling the same way as I am. You feel like you're doing something wrong or not doing something fast enough, and maybe you're right on time, right where you're supposed to be, and it just doesn't feel like it because you're not getting the results that you want when you want them, and that's because it's God's time, not yours. Mike, 50s. So somebody could be in their 50s or something. Somebody was born in the 1950s. Nevada, Amber, James. Is there a Mike that has a choice between an Amber and a James? Or is somebody got a choice between an Amber and a James? I kind of really am like picking up on that. Sugar snaps. Your family is involved. Singer. The Father loves you. There's more confirmation that God loves you and that you're right where you're supposed to be. Pisces. Florida. So over that combination. Connecticut. I'm addicted to strippers and cocaine. Lisa. New Hampshire. The Rock. Haley. BJ. False Twin Flame. Better Than I Know Myself. Massachusetts. Hector. And Jenny. Wow. I already don't want to do this reading. And Jarvis at the bottom. So, maybe there's a couple here that, well, obviously I think there's two couples here, or there's one person that has to pick between two people, and I think they were happy where they were at until someone's family, and it could have been both people's families, got involved and broke the two people up, and neither one of the people in the relationship really honestly knows what happened because it was divinely orchestrated, for them to split because they both had some lessons to learn that they had to learn separate so they could come back together if the right choice is made. Because whoever, I feel like one of them is single and the other one is with somebody else, like third party. Because I like especially with me talking about, does somebody have a choice between an Amber and a James? So I feel like there is somebody who's trying to choose between Amber and James and does not know what to do. They could be, but we also do have Lisa, Haley, Jenny, Mike. Somebody could have chosen their addictions over true love, and is now highly regretting it because it's I'm addicted to strippers and cocaine card is out here. And maybe the divine counterpart that's like single is being told, like, that's why the God is proud of you and the Father loves you both came out, because the one that's single is actually making the right choice by waiting on true love, even though they shouldn't have to, because they're not the ones that ran away with the stripper. I mean, I don't know if it was really a stripper or not, but it says I'm addicted to cocaine, strippers and cocaine. So, but I definitely think that this separation was because one counterpart was like heavily above the other one when it came to the spiritual journey, the spiritual walk, and the separation had to take place because the one that was lagging behind needed to go through some things to realize who their counterpart really is and to pick up the pace on their spiritual walk. And if the other counterpart would have stayed in the picture, they probably would not have done the work that they need to do, and they're probably still not doing it because, well, maybe they have done some, because we got Knight of Swords here, we got Nine of Cups, so somebody running toward their wish fulfillment. But they tried every way they could not to do the work. It's like they were either A, they just weren't ready, or B, their counterpart is so gifted or ranks higher than they do, so they were jealous and kind of like was trying to self-sabotage because they didn't get to be like the alpha in the relationship. Well, I mean, like in certain ways I think they definitely are, like but they don't get to be the one that stands out and gets to get the spotlight. They gotta like be like the rock behind the they gotta be the rock. Like there's a star and a rock and like a, you know, someone who's got the voice and someone who's got the muscle. So you are just as important, but you don't get to stand in the spotlight as much or at all as the other person. And because it's just, that's the way God deemed it to be. That person was meant to deliver the message, and you were meant to make sure that person was never hurt. And what'd you do? You turned around and you hurt them yourself because you were jealous of the fact that you don't get to be the one that's standing on stage. But you definitely, I think, have realized that now because you're walking away from your past. So you could have went back to like an ex, and because you could have had kids with them, because they might have, like, you guys might have looked together and like looked better in public, or maybe like your counterpart's actually like of a different race, and maybe your ex is same race, or now that I say it that way, maybe your counterpart's same sex, and your ex is, you know, traditional heterosexual relationship. Or you guys were still married, you separated, like mutually separated, you met your counterpart, and then somehow, some way, probably your ex getting jealous because they knew you were happy and they just wanted to fuck up your happiness. But regardless of what it was, you needed to go through this in order to truly appreciate your counterpart. But once you've learned the lessons or whatever, and you actually, right, like if you are married, then you get a divorce and everything, you will sell into calmer waters with your actual counterpart. But you got to be honest about everything. I mean, that's a part of, like, I think the reason for the split is because you need to learn how to be honest with yourself and other people, because you've spent too much of your life manipulating and telling people what they want to hear just to get what you want out of them. And God's tired of you doing that, and he's trying to teach you a lesson. You guys, I think, really are mirroring each other, though, you and your actual counterpart, because neither one of you quite understands what the hell is going on and why the other one won't talk to you. Seven of Pentacles. Well, oh wow. Yeah. Whatever you've been working on, whatever seeds you've been planting, whether that be for the relationship, whether that be the healing work, a business, or whatever it is that you've been putting your heart and soul into, keep doing that, because it will lead to your Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is what that was. I just now noticed the false twin flame card again. I think what this was is somebody had just met their twin flame, and the false twin flame energetically like got alerted, and they called back the person that they were connected to, because they did not want you to actually be in union with your actual twin flame, because they're trying to sabotage your guys' mission. Six of Pentacles. So, or your ex thought you had money, and or you thought they had money, and you decided to go back because of money, not love. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Four of Pentacles in the center of the reading. Greed, pride, ego. Nine of Cups. You thought that going back to your ex would give you wish fulfillment because your ex had more money. But your ex did exactly to you what you did to your counterpart. And now you want to run back to your counterpart. And still only offer a Page of Cups. But I am using the deck where I do consider a same-sex relationship. Because it's a man sitting here like watching this other man fly away, and he's like, no, wait, come back. I love you. But not really. Someone is immature, afraid to open themselves up to anybody because of past, probably even childhood wounds. So that's probably why the separation has occurred, so that you can do the healing. That way you can actually experience, even though this is your divine counterpart and it is like real love, you don't have your heart chakra completely cracked open, and therefore you're not enjoying the full benefit of what love really is. And you're still being careless with it, because a page is immature. Your divine counterpart could be older than you. I mean, it doesn't have to be much, but I'm just saying you probably are younger than them by, I mean, it could be 10, 15 years, but it also could just be a couple years, or 1 year or 2 years. But like I was saying earlier, your divine counterpart is a lot further along in their spiritual walk than you are. That could be another reason why it's showing up as a page, because you guys really aren't that far apart in age, but your maturity level is way different. And I think that was something else that had to be taken care of so that the union could work and actually succeed on the mission or the reason that the bond was created. King of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. It's the joys of living right next door to a liquor store. Um, so depending on how it resonates, either it could be the counterpart that's single, waiting for the one that ran back to the runner, waiting for the runner to come back, basically. That knows 100% that the runner is their person and that they want to be with them. And honestly, I think it's killing you because the runner, this person didn't chase this time. They tried, like, you know, for a little while, like texting, calling, whatever, but they got the hint, like, real quick that, okay, this motherfucker's playing games, like, they're ignoring me. And then they said, okay, whatever, if you want to be like that, bye. And they haven't chased it all really since. And it's killing you because you wanted them to chase you. Like, you wanted them to basically compete for you, and they're not doing it. And now I think, like, a part of you is trying to punish them because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. Another part is you actually really are, you broke your own heart. And you're doing your best to get the strength to stop fighting yourself and actually do the work, because you know, I think now you know as well that you made a mistake and left the wrong person. The person you're supposed to be with is the one you left. And so now, but you know, in order to come back, you're going to have to do the work. It's the only, honestly, I think God is going to keep you separated until you do it, because he's not going to, the other person is ready to go. Oh, you've done, yeah, there's a betrayal here. You've done something to them that you just cannot get, you can't find the strength to look them in their eye and tell them what it is. And you know, God's probably already told you, you are going to do this. And that's the only way you're going to have a chance of getting them back in your life. And you're like, you know what? Love sounded nice, but there's no way I can, like, look this person in the face and tell them what I have to tell them. But if you really love them and you really truly understood their character, you would know that that this person, I'm not saying that they would take you back, but they would not judge you, and they would show you compassion and forgiveness, even if that means if they don't talk to you for a while. But that's probably another reason why you're being pushed so hard, because you've got to deliver this truth so that the other person can process it, and then make a decision on whether or not they actually want you in their life now because of the actions you took. Why did this person leave? We'll say masculine, because I'm pretty sure it's the masculine that's the runner. Why did the masculine leave and just ghost? Okay. Oh, shit. You all? Oh, no. Wow. Do you really, there's something about your divine counterpart that you haven't accepted and may not, that's what you're being called to do, is to, because you've already been, like, you already had the, like, the epiphany, the revelation that that person is your counterpart. But because it's probably same sex, because you're just really having a difficult time being able to handle stepping up to the plate and being a good partner to them, because you're just afraid of what everybody else is going to say about you or think about you. And you're really pushing away a true love connection. Because I already see here that you only want to offer a page offer to the divine counterpart, but you're showing up as a knight when it comes to the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign and a water sign, or a choice between an earth sign and a water sign. I want to say though, like, if you choose the earth sign, you'll get the Wheel of Fortune. And maybe that's another reason why God is like telling, you might as well just stop, because you ain't ready, because you're not going to go to that person with bad intentions. You're either going to love them or you're never going to see them again. If you have any ill intention, ill will at all to try and hurt this person or steal from them, we're just not going to let you we're not going to let you back in their life. Yeah. It's like, they're your happiness, but you want to steal from them. It's almost as if, like, because you can't handle doing the work and stepping up to the plate, and knowing that if you don't do the work and step up to the plate, that you don't get to go along. And so you're basically saying, okay, I want to be selfish. I don't want to. I'm comfortable in my darkness. I'm comfortable in my addictions. I'm comfortable, like, my sexual promiscuity. So since I don't get to come along, I don't want you to get the blessings either. So I'm just coming in to make sure you don't get them either. And, and take from you, like, on whatever you do have. That might be what it is. You're coming in to see if they've been blessed yet. If it's come through, if Spirit's delivered it. If God has actually delivered some of the blessings. You do have a good heart, though. That's why it's been so rough. I think if you really didn't have a good heart, I don't think you'd even still be contemplating it. I think you'd just stay where you're at. And honestly, part of me gets kind of picking up on the fact that you don't want to hurt this person, and you kind of, either you don't have the confidence to believe that you can actually make this relationship work, and that's why you're just staying away from them, or B, that even if you go, that at some point you're probably going to not be able to handle the temptation and do it anyways, like, because it's just something you're not willing to face. Hermit, if you would just take this time, the time that's actually been specifically given to you to heal, instead of running around with sugar snaps and Pisces and cocaine and strippers, I definitely think that you could release your burdens and come, or it could be a tower moment that happens, and it makes you want to come back and grovel on your knees. But like, if you do that, then it really does kind of make it obvious that you only cared about the blessing. Because if you really was there for the right reasons, you would have come back before anything. Like, there would be no motive to come back except love. And if you wait until something's been delivered by God to the other person, whew, this person's got to pick up on it right away. Like, oh, you were gone for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then the minute this happens, you're back. I think it's kind of fishy. I definitely think that this could be Earth element divine counterparts, because the King and Queen of Pentacles are out here, and the only King and Queen out here. We got the Emperor. Oh, I'm sorry, no. King of Pentacles is the only king out here, but I do have the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. So that probably means that you are the King of the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and you're trying to pick between another fellow Earth sign or a water sign, possibly a Pisces, considering that came out earlier. March came out too, so it probably is a Pisces. And then any one of the earth signs. I definitely think that you already know that one of these connections is just sex-based. There's nothing else to it. And the other one is true, genuine happiness. And I'm going to, run out of time. I hate that. Ooh. Yeah, as soon as I say that, the devil comes out. So, well, looks like this one might possibly be 2 videos, or I might edit this together. I don't know, but I don't think it was finished, and so I didn't stop. But the devil come out, which is, like, to me, confirmation that that's exactly, you are tied to one of them simply because of drugs and sex. They possibly are more freaky in the bedroom. Maybe they're willing to give you an open relationship. Maybe they're willing to have threesomes with you. Maybe they're willing to, like, do some kinky things that this other person won't do. Maybe they are willing to do drugs with you. Or whatever. Or it could just be that one of your options is a Capricorn. So now I'm kind of feeling like you have to choose between a Capricorn and a Pisces. That's funny too. The Capricorn probably has really long dark hair. And I bet you, if you explored it and, like, went about it the right way, I don't think this Capricorn is into, like, group sex or, like, threesomes or anything like that. But they might be willing to explore a couple things that might surprise you if it's just you and them. But they're definitely not interested in anyone else being in the bed with you guys. I think that Queen of Wands, I think the water sign is probably somehow knows about the Capricorn or knows about the earth sign, and they're just doing whatever you want so you won't leave them. And even though that actually does not make them happy, they're holding on to the fact that, well, as long as I have him and Capricorn don't, or the earth sign doesn't, then I can live. That's enough to make me happy. I'm going to tell you right now, the earth sign is your person. Because Wish fulfillment got clarified with the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles is a Capricorn card. And then, obviously, the King of Cups is the masculine epitome of love. And the Two of Cups is the Twin Flame Soulmate card. All clarifying wish fulfillment. So, you already know which one you want to be with. But for whatever reason, you're cooling your heels because, like I said, this other one, possibly there's kids involved. But and you're married, and like I said, this earth sign might be unconventional. Like there might be something taboo about the relationship, and that's why you're like, probably why you left it to begin with, because you couldn't handle. Maybe you talked about the earth sign to somebody, and they were like, "Bro, like really? I didn't know you was like that." Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you talk to somebody about this person because you really do love this person, and whatever the reaction to it was scared you and made you want to run from it. I believe in the impossible. Or maybe your parents found out about it and threatened to disown you, or you were afraid. Or maybe you really was just in it for a good time, and it, you guys had a really good connection that was fun and authentic and unique, and you guys just really enjoyed each other all the way around. But for you, it was not. It might have been you just were using this person for their money, because I mean, a couple of the cards that are out here does represent that, but I was taking it the other way when I originally pulled the cards out. Surrender to the divine. I was taking it as you left the earth sign to go be with the water sign because of money. And I still kind of do see that, but I'm just trying to say it from both angles, depending on, because it resonates differently for everybody. But you might have just came in to use this earth sign for their money, and through the process, you actually wound up falling in love with them, and it scared you, and that's one of the reasons you ran, because I don't think you've actually felt that before. You haven't felt true love before, even if you do have like kids and baby mamas or ex-wives or a wife that you had left and then returned to because you thought it was the right thing to do or whatever. You never felt for them what you feel for this earth sign, and because you had never felt that before, it scared the fuck out of you. Or maybe possibly this earth sign like brought up marriage, and that scared the fuck out of you and caused you to run. Meditate and contemplate. I gotta reel this in because it's already like getting too long. Bring love into the situation. Yeah. That's why you gotta surrender to the divine and meditate and contemplate, because you've got to make this choice out of love and nothing else. Because if you make it from like a headspace, you're probably going to wind up making it based upon material wealth, or like money basically, and pick the one that has more money. And I'm telling you, money comes and goes. True love stays forever. So you might want to be careful with what choice you make, because I'm telling you, you can marry this person or stay with this other person and lose the one you're really supposed to be with, and the day after you've lost them because they got married to somebody else, you could like take a financial loss that's unbelievable, and like you could be broke, and then now you don't have them, or you're definitely not happy because the only reason you were with them is because you wanted their money. And so now you're broke with them, so completely miserable, and this person's off like with somebody who's actually treating them correctly, and they are having a good life that should have been with you, and now you got to watch it from afar. Luck is on your side though, so it's up to you, and you're very close to achieving your goal. So depending on what your goal is, you're very close to achieving it. So whichever one of these you want to be with, expect miracles. whichever person you want to be with, you're very close to making that happen. So no one can make that choice but you. Nobody can make that choice but you. Mother, Father, God, joy and contentment, surrender. Yeah, you definitely have to go in and do some prayer and meditate. You have to connect to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, because if not, you're gonna mess this up. And this was intended for you to transform and get the love of a lifetime. Listen deeply to and healing. But listen deeply to the Father, your inner self, and your heart. Let your heart guide you. And, well, let God guide you, I guess. But He will give you the desires of your heart if you do what He's asking you to do. And with that, I'm going to close. I love you guys. If you love me as much as I love you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.